Hey, it's Dr. Chart.
Hi, it's Mecca.
Yeah, and we saw this post the other day, and I said, baby, please, 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 can we do a live on this one? Not a live, but can we do a post on this one? All
Yes.
right. And it's one of our favorite fitness couples who did a couples sweat session
Yes.
for us
Sexy
for,
sweat session.
yeah, sexy sweat session. He's the marketer
Yes, for a weekend for
for
love.
Weekend for Love. Check this out at weekendforlove.com
Mhm.
because we believe the couples that work out together stay together. So it was
Mhm.
fun. Yeah, I won. Admit it. I won. I won this
You
time.
you did, yeah, this
All
time.
right, I won. I won. But anyway, we saw Rod Leticia Young, but we saw Leticia actually
Hmm.
do a post.
Hmm.
Could you read it as a post? And I said we
Yes.
have to talk about this because this is
Hmm.
something that every man needs to hear. Every man needs to hear this.
Right. And she said a real man will respect you even when he's mad at you.
Oh man, I saw that, and as a man, it resonated with me.
Hmm.
All right, because oftentimes as a man, that's not connected to masculinity. All right, we see men going off on women. We think that's strong. All right,
Right.
don't let a woman check you. Don't let a woman chump you. I had someone respond to me and say that's simp. That's you being simpish. And I
Hmm.
said I have to do something on real male masculinity versus this
Mm.
toxic masculinity. Listen, the job and role of every man is to be able to. Would you agree? Would it be to protect? To
Yes.
protect
A woman
his
wants to feel protected.
and we want to protect. All right,
Hmm.
no one's breaking up in the middle of the night and I'm bumping you. Like, all right, babe, go ahead, go ahead. I'm gonna
You
cheat.
go
I'm gonna stay
downstairs.
back here with the kids. You going out there and see what's no. That's our job, as men. But we don't think about emotionally. We have to protect
Hmm.
ourselves. With to protect our wives and our children. I'll share this.
Hmm.
I'll share this. Um, the research shows that women and children
Hmm.
respond to a man's tone more than what we actually say.
Ah, that is so true. That is so true. It makes me think about something when my father was disciplining us, and he can just say stop, and we would start crying. Just his tone
Right,
alone.
right. If imagine you talking to your daughter, so talk, and you look at him and you say, "How was your day?" All right, now it was a neutral question. Or you must say,
Mm.
"Yeah, I love you." All right, if you say it in a harsh tone, they're gonna respond to the volume. They're gonna
Hmm.
respond to the bass in your voice because as men sometimes we forget how much presence we have.
Right.
We forget that we're bigger than you guys. We
Hmm.
forget that we're strong. We forget how you see us. We don't see
Hmm.
ourselves like that. We just see ourselves as is, but you're looking at
Hmm.
us. And the mistake that I want to help men avoid is becoming your wife and your children's worst nightmare.
Mm.
All right, if you're the protector and then you can't control your temper,
Mm.
who protects her from you?
Mm.
Who protects your children from you when you're supposed to be the protector?
Wow.
That leaves them totally insecure. That leaves them totally vulnerable. And so I want to make sure that you all are practicing what's called emotional agility.
Hmm.
All right, emotional agility. But first of all, I want to give you all a scripture. All right,
Mm.
it's Proverbs 25:28, and it says, "A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls."
Mm.
So basically, what it means is that you're busting out the walls in your own city that you're supposed to be protecting.
It's supposed to be building.
Supposed to be building up. You're supposed to be. You can still express your opinion, but not when you're busting out walls. Not when you're
Mm.
breaking someone down like that guy, the dating coach I had
Wow.
to,
Yeah.
go in on. Even though she has some issues, you don't talk to women like that.
No, you
There's a
don't.
way. You don't know how to. You
Hmm.
don't know how to up your counseling skills. Okay. And so this is a psychologist by the name of Dr. Susan David. All right. And she describes this tone called emotional agility. Man, write that down. Emotional agility. And it's defined as the emotional agility is the ability to have full range of your emotions and experiences, including the more difficult ones, and still choose to act in ways that are in concordance or in agreement with your values.
Hmm.
All right. So I want to give you an example of something that happened with Mecca and myself. All right. So Emeka decided to become an entrepreneur. All right, after many years of working in corporate
Hmm.
America, I've been an entrepreneur almost from day one. Because of
Yeah,
my
you have.
personality.
You
Like, look,
have.
y'all not gonna tell me what to do. Okay, no, play. That's not working. You're not gonna tell me
I work
do
for
what?
myself.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, no, I'm good. I'm out. I'm out. I can't do this. All right. Why do I have to listen to you, that rebel, right? I can see clients in your clinic or I can see clients in my clinic. It doesn't matter. We're going to do it my way. All right. So that works very well for me. So I've been doing this for 2 decades, 2 decades, And so Mecca recently went into full-time entrepreneurship. And guess who signed up to be her business coach? Yeah. I signed up. I was not asked. I was not asked. And it didn't work out. Didn't work out so well. But I got mad.
He signed himself to that role.
I got mad that she didn't listen to me. Fellas, ride with me for a minute. I've been doing this for 20 years. You've been doing this for how long? Oh, none. Okay. All right. Why would you not listen to me? Why would you not listen to me about I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to put you up on the game. I'm trying. You lucky to have you. Y'all know where I was. I'm confessing. You lucky that you have someone that's been in business for two decades that can help you. Right? Do you think, sister girl, listen? All right. It wasn't working, y'all. And I'll confess because I'm biased. I'm a husband. I can't be a husband and a business coach because I'm biased. I'm biased into certain things that I want. All right. And so I found myself getting frustrated. I found myself being harsh with my tone. I found myself being condescending at times. I found myself having some narcissistic moments. Like, how in the world are you not listening to the great one's advice on this type of thing? And so I just went into prayer about it, and I had to go into my toolkit. This is emotional agility. And I said, you know what, Alvin, this is not working. You could never be her psychologist. You can't be her business coach. You just need to be her husband.
Right. That's all I want you to
She said, do you worry about what you need to worry about and let me do me. And so I went in and I said, you know what? I changed tools. I went from the anger, from being upset, from being, condescending. And I switched, y'all. I switched into being caring. I switched into being caring and direct. And this is the compromise that we came up with. I said, baby, I don't necessarily need to be your coach. All right. Because I'm not good at coaching you. I give myself an F minus. I thought it was going to be an A in the beginning. In the end, I was like, it was worse than when haven't y'all ever argued and it was worse afterwards? You thought it was going to be better. You're like, well, I've been better off just shutting up. All right. We were a C before, now we're an F. I said, I don't need to be your business coach, but I do need you to have a business coach. And if we can agree on a business coach that we both respect better than me, which won't be hard because I got an F, I promise you I'll back off, and however you do it, you do it.
Right. And what did I do? I got a e-commerce business coach because that's what I was interested in. Shout out to Maria Moore, who's been helping me so much. Things have been going so well.
Yes, they have. Thank you, Maria Moore. Thank you all the way to the bank. I'm very happy. We're very prosperous right now.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
you, God. We don't have to argue anymore. But that's an example of emotional agility. I mean, you have to be able to have more tools than just anger. You have to be able to say, as a man, as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a partner, as a king, I'm going to act in accordance to my values. I'm not going to curse you out. I'm not going to be condescending. I'm going to always care for you. I'm always going to be loving. I'm going to get my point across, but I'm going to do it in a manner where the values, where I'm not yelling at you. I'm not making you feel intimidated. I am supporting your dream. That's my big thing. Mecca knows it. Like, I'm going to support your dreams. All right. But I had a condition. If you just do it my way. All right. No. And she's from Inglewood.
And the other thing is that you had to let me flow and allow for me to also go through some of these lessons on my own as an entrepreneur. So that was a part of the process. But now I have my coach.
Right. And I was wrong. I can say that. I was wrong on a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff I recommended, Maria Moore was like, I never heard of that in my life. That might work for psychology. That does not work for this type of e-commerce. All right. So it was a tool that we need to use. So the question I have for you men is, what type of tools do you need to integrate? Wives, girlfriends, spouses, what type of tools might work better that you need to communicate with your man? I know you're trying to do this, but this works better for me. All right. I know before we got on, you were sharing an adjustment that you made for me and that you were sharing on video. So I want to hear this.
No, there is an adjustment. Well, was an adjustment. And that was just, and I think a lot of women right now, especially during the pandemic, are feeling overwhelmed. And I was like, I know he sees these clothes that he has left on the tub. The tub is not like a rack
Oh,
for your clothes you put away. They're
oh,
not.
you went there.
Yes. And
Okay.
so I thought to myself, I said, you know what? I am not made Mecca. That's
It
not
does
what
rhyme though.
that's
It
not what
does
that's
rhyme.
that's not
Made
what
in
I
that.
signed up for. It's not. And so, but also I had to take a moment and go into my emotional toolkit and say, you know what, he has been working a lot. He's working from sun up to sundown. He barely has breaks to eat. He's eating while he's actually talking to some of his clients who can have lunch. So it's possible that he sees it, but it's so many other things going on in his mind. So I had compassion for you because Lord knows I've had those moments where I'm like, look, this is not a bed and breakfast. There is not a service staff
Right.
here. I am running a
And if
business.
y'all know how I
You are
respond, I'm
running a
like, but it should
business.
be, but it could be,
You are
but it
running a
could be, it
business.
could be.
And so, really, I had to make sure that I had compassion for you.
Right, because most of you are married to men probably similar to me, or it's all about your approach. And if you can be dead right, but if your approach is wrong, like, do you not see the clothes on the tub? I was like, do you not see that I just walked in the door after 10 hours? You know, just so all right. So you know, y'all know how to get into it quick, fast, and in a
Yes,
hurry.
we do.
Y'all know
And
how
we
to
can go
spark
there
it.
too.
Y'all know I'm from Decatur. And
Right.
and Mecca's from Inglewood, so
Right.
y'all can see
We
that
can
ending.
go
Yeah, the Barack and Michelle fades into Bobby and Whitney. All right, so we
real
don't
quick.
want that because that's
No.
awful. That's awful.
Right.
That's awful. So you have to always be better. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
be perfect as a couple,
Mm-hmm.
but you do have to make perfect adjustments. So what we want you to do is practice emotional agility. So I'm coming to you. So a
Yes.
plea for you, men. Be able to make sure that you're always calm. You don't
Yes.
knock
Be
out the walls
soft
in
with
your
your
own sleep.
wife.
It's tone.
Be soft.
Fellas, I found that if you when you soften your tone, be soft and direct. Soft and direct. Now, still say what you need to say,
Mm-hmm.
but say it softly. If you lower your tone and
Mm-hmm.
keep it even keel, that's the measure of a man.
Yeah.
One of the things I like about Barack, he's always cool, always
Mm-hmm.
composed, always easy, but he's strong.
Right.
You don't
Yep.
see him as a chump. You don't see
Nope.
him as a sucker. You don't see him
Mm-mm.
as a simp. All right. So make sure that you are calm. Wives, have this conversation with your man. What's sexier? A man who's composed under fire, or a man who has a mantra?
Right.
All right,
Mm.
a man tantrum.
Mm.
All right, that is not sexy. But
No, it's
we
not.
weren't raised like that. We was like, you don't let a woman talk to you like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's toxic masculinity.
It is.
Real masculinity is saying, hey, Mac, if you don't talk to me, you're gonna need to take it down a couple of notches if you want me to hear you.
Right.
If you keep coming to me like that, you're not gonna get a good response, and I'm gonna have to just release myself, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll come back when you calm down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go in the back cave when you're ready to talk
Mm-hmm.
with some appropriate tone, baby. I'll be willing to listen to you. That's sexy. And see, you like that. So you just straight up, you checking her, but in a loving way. You be like, look, you can't do the, push my head, you can't do the face. You've never done that.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
never.
that's
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 not the
that's
recipe for
disrespectful.
disaster from
Yeah.
me because of my temperament. So make sure that you're coming in strong and direct. Strong and still say what you need. Say, hey, I feel this way about it. This
Mm-hmm.
is what I'd like for you to do. This is my wish. This is what I'd like for you to do,
Mm-hmm.
and keep it real. And then you can be an emotionally agile man. It's not about being strong. It's about being a protector over your wife and your children and still getting your point across. All right. So we love you. Take care. All
Yes.
right, man. Let's be emotionally agile. Just like you need in kung fu and karate, you need a
Right.
lot of different moves. You need a
Right.
lot of different emotions if you really want to make your relationships work.
Happy wife, happy life.
A happy spouse, happy house.
That's
There it
true.
is.